Hey everybody, welcome back to After the Wire. I'm Evan Hammonds for bloodhorse.com. Now, try as we might, we can't stop talking about the 3-year-old set. First, we're going to talk a little Peter Pan Stakes at Belmont Park, and then we're going to take a look ahead to Saturday's Preakness Stakes at Pimlico. Now first, we thought it was a wise decision by the Jones boys, now that was Larry Jones, the trainer, and Brereton Jones, the breeder owner, to pull Mark Valesky from consideration for the Kentucky Derby. Now with the depth of field that was assembled for the race, and he had a decent but not really spectacular work Derby week, Brary and Larry decided to wait with Mark Valesky for the Peter Pan. Now actually the stellar workout in the barn that week came from Believe You Can, and we all remember what happened in the Kentucky Oaks. All I can say is when you're hot, you're hot. Now I'll admit it, I was skeptical of Mark Valesky in the Peter Pan based off his form in the Louisiana Derby. It was back in April 1st. That hasn't exactly played out as a key race since then. Now the winner of the Louisiana Derby, Hero of Order, was 109-1. He came back and didn't run very well in the Toyota Bluegrass Stakes. Rousing Sermon, who also came out of that race, ran 8th in the Kentucky Derby. And a host of others, Windsurfer, Z Dagger, and Finnegan's Wake all failed to hit the board in efforts at Churchill Downs Derby weekend. Mark Valesky was 6-5 in the Peter Pan. Come on. Well, I was wrong. Now the early fractions for the Peter Pan were, like the Derby, way too fast. As much respect as Rosie Napravnik has earned following the Oaks, she earns even more here, taking Mark Valesky off the early heat and putting the son of Proud Citizen in the right spot early. 22-3 opening quarter, 45-1 opening half. Sound familiar? 109-2 for 6 furlongs. Bodie-esque? Hardly. Now, pace setter right to vote may be a good one. He was third to Union Rags last year in the Champagne, but he's hardly Bodie-meister, who scorched the earth last week in the Derby. This wasn't a classic field, chock full of Grade 1 winners going 1.25 miles. It was a one-turn, 9-furlong Grade 2 race. No comparisons, please. Now, Rosie could have waited instead of going 4 wide around the bend, but she moved when her horse was ready. It was interesting to me that it didn't seem as if Mark Valesky changed leads down the stretch. It would make perfect sense here, winning the Peter Pan, to wait the 4 weeks for the Belmont. There doesn't seem to be any reason why he won't get the 12 furlongs. Now, some other horses of note to win the Peter Pan and go on to make some noise in the Belmont and later on in the year, there's a whole host of them. 1979, Coastal came back and defeated Spectacular Bid to end his Triple Crown bid. In 1986, Danzig Connection won the Peter Pan. He would go on to be Woody Stevens' 5th Belmont winner in a row. AP Indy in 1992 came back off the devastating scratch Derby morning, won the Peter Pan and then the Belmont. And one of my favorites in 1999, Lemon Drop Kid. Now, he didn't lift a hoof in the Derby, and he ran 3rd in the Peter Pan, but the Peter Pan did set him up for the Belmont. He came back and won that at 29-1. At Hollywood Park, Drill got a patient ride from Martin Garcia, who saved all the ground to win the 7-furlong Las Barreras Stakes, with Drill, American Acting Gunboat hitting the line nearly together. Now, Drill is a nice one. He's now a 7-furlong specialist for sure, but are there only 4 stakes caliber 3-year-old sprinters in Southern California? Personally, a field of 4 in a stakes race is pretty tough to watch. In Baltimore, the weather forecast looks wet early in the week, but clear and moderate for the weekend. But if we've learned anything about the Preakness, it's that the turns are not as tight as they say they are. You don't have to be on the lead to win, and that the weather is even more unpredictable and can change faster than it can in central Kentucky. Meanwhile, from all accounts and reports, I'll have another seems to be enjoying himself at Old Hilltop, and it won't be a surprise if he wins the Preakness. As Bob Baffert once said, if you win the Derby, you should win the Preakness. And what he means by that is a horse is in form and looking good. He should remain in form for another 2 weeks. That 2-week period comes back pretty quick. It's the 3 weeks between the Preakness and the Belmont that can seem to be an eternity. Now, we're not sure of the field for the Preakness at this moment. New shooters add some intrigue, but history tells us otherwise. Now, this century, 3 horses that didn't run in the Derby have won the Black-Eyed Susans: Rachel Alexandra 2009, Bernardini in 2006, and Red Bullet in 2000, but none in the 1990s. The historical angle is to stick with horses that ran in the Derby. Another historical angle is the return of the Pimlico Special, which I'm very excited for it to be coming back, and it's already drawn a very nice field for Friday afternoon. Now, I'll be on the grounds Thursday, May 17th, along with Steve Haskin, Ron Mitchell, Jason Chandler, and Dee Dee Biles, bringing you up-to-the-minute updates on bloodhorse.com. You can follow me on Twitter at BlackCat30. We're looking forward to giving you the latest. I want to thank you for watching After the Wire for bloodhorse.com. I'm Evan Hammonds. Good day.